Hello, my name is Michael Tomberlin. I am doing this video to introduce you to my classes that I teach at McNeil High School. I've been a teacher. I've been teaching for over 20 years. I've been teaching mainly science, but I've done PE. I've done grades kindergarten up through seniors in high school, but I've been teaching high school for probably the last 21 years or something like that. I've been a physics teacher for a long time, but for the last 5 years now, I've been an engineering teacher. I have a busy family life at home as well. I have 6 kids, 16 to 22 now. Right now, I like to go fishing a lot, and I got a new kayak a couple years ago, and it's kind of fun to go out fishing in my kayak. So, a little bit about me. If you'd like to get in contact with me, really the best way is email. Yes, I have a phone number, and you can call me and things, but the phone sits over there, and I can't really answer during the middle of the class. Sometimes, like if they're taking a quiz and they're all quiet, or they're working on a worksheet, I can jot off a quick email right in the middle of class. So, emails are a quicker way to get a hold of me. Plus, it just allows me to get back to you quicker. I don't know, it's just the best way. So here's my email address. I do try to get back to you within the same day. If not, it's usually within 24 hours. This year I'm going to be teaching 3 engineering courses, same courses I taught last year. Those courses can be found on my website along with everything that you can find pretty much about me, and everything I'm going to say today is pretty much my website. If you want to go look at it, you can find that by going to the McNeil High School website and going to directory, looking under career and technical education. But you can see there underneath courses, I have AE, which stands for Aerospace Engineering, IED, which is Introduction to Engineering Design, and POE, which is Principles of Engineering. So the first one is Introduction to Engineering Design. It's kind of the freshman level course, the introductory course. But I have more than freshmen. Probably about 75% of kids in there are freshmen. But I have sophomores, juniors, and even seniors in that class. And it kind of tells you here a little bit about the class. Really, we're learning about the design process. And everything we do in the class, we do a bunch of little projects and things. It's all geared and centered on learning that design process as we go through from setting up a design brief and the constraints that they have to go through and brainstorming to come up with a solution. They're going to actually build and prototype things. So they're trying to create a solution to that problem and test that solution. And then sometimes they will actually present their final result as well. Again, it has a little bit more on my website if you'd like to look into that. You should have been shared a school code so you can get onto Schoology and you can see a little bit more on Schoology. You can look at the agenda and things that we're doing every day. It's a fun class, I think. It kind of gets you going. We do spend a lot of time looking at computer-aided design and working with one thing called Autodesk Inventor. So they'll work on that. They'll do a little bit of 3D printing. They do some reverse engineering where they tear things apart and put them back together. I think it's a fun class. I think the kids will really enjoy it. Okay, the next one is called Principles of Engineering. This is typically the sophomore level class. It's the second class in the group, but again, I have all levels, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. This one, it's called Principles of Engineering, POE. I think of it as the physics of engineering. So in this one, we cover pretty much every topic we can think of in all the different disciplines of engineering. And we try to cover the physics in each one of those. So we have a little snippet where it's 2 weeks over here on this part. Right now we're learning about simple machines, but then we're going to go into work, power, and energy, and we'll learn about thermodynamics and fluids, and we'll do beams and properties of materials and trusses. We'll learn about machine control, and we'll actually program some things. We learn a little bit of kinematics and things and projectiles. So we cover a lot of different things. So I tell the kids, if you don't like this subject, wait a couple weeks, we'll be on something totally different. Or if you love this subject, sorry, a couple weeks, we'll be on something different. So really, it's a physics class. There's quite a bit of math. It's a little more challenging of a class because we go fairly quickly, and there's quite a bit of math. But I give them all kinds of extras. So if they'll just stick with me and stick through it, we get them through. Okay? It can be a fun class as well, even though it is a little more challenging. And then the third one, this is more of the one of my upper level classes, I guess we call them. It's typically just juniors and seniors. You have to take the first 2 courses, the Introduction to Engineering Design and the Principles of Engineering. And then after that, you get 5 other choices. One of those choices is Aerospace Engineering. I teach, and it's just like it sounds. We learn about things that are aircraft, that are in atmosphere aircraft, airplanes, things like that. And then we also learn about space and spacecraft and those kind of things. We learn about orbits. We get to space. We're going to build a little glider that they get to fly. We've already flown paper airplanes. You know how much fun. Once you get in trouble and throwing paper airplanes in a class, we spent whole class just playing with paper airplanes. we'll build a rocket that we fly. They do a lot of different little things in here. So it's a fun class. It's not as math intensive as principles engineering, like a lot of our upper levels are. They'll have some math because it's engineering, but it's not as math intensive. And again, we try to do as much hands-on as we can to get the kids interested and excited about engineering and going further in the field. We have something called Engineering Club. It's a student-led program that students come up with little design challenges that they build. We have it about once a month is what we try to do, usually on Mondays. We do Mondays this year. So we meet in the cafeteria. We spend about an hour and a half. There's usually business partners that come in. They usually bring engineers with them that will talk with the students for 10, 15, 20 minutes, where they get up and do a little presentation. Sometimes they stick around and participate in the challenge with the kids. We serve the kids pizza. It's a lot of fun. We announce it in the classes. Kids just need to show up. If they show up, participate, have a little fun, that's what we're really there to do. So, but we will announce it if your students are interested. There's no special thing you have to go sign up for. They just kind of show up. And then finally, we have something called the McNeil Engineering Advisory Committee, where we get together with community and business leaders that are out there. They kind of help us know what's happening in the real world, right? Not in the educational world. And so we can help guide our kids. And they help us with, supplying us things if we need help with stuff. It might be just information. They give us places. A lot of times we take our upper level kids on field trips. Lots of different things that we just stay connected with what's happening out there in industry. So if you are a person that is an engineer or works in an engineering field and you're interested in joining us in our advisory committee, we meet 3 times per year. We're going to have one just coming up in a couple weeks. Well, from the time that we have the open house that you're seeing, this will be just like a week. And you can join virtually this year, since last year, and we're now doing things a lot more virtually. You can also come join us here. And we just talk about what's happening here, what we're doing with the kids. We ask for your help or your opinions on things. We look for places, opportunities for our kids, whether it's a virtual or a in-person field trip, just things to get the kids involved. Maybe you have internships at your business, just a way to get the kids, involved in actual engineering in the community. So again, if you want to just email me, Michael_Tomberlin at roundrockisd.org, we can get you set up. That's kind of it. If you have any questions, send me an email. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Appreciate it. Have a great day.